Well, since I have these two opposing forces laid out, I thought I would pull some cards from some of my homemade decks to see if there can be any further, clues or anything. I think it's all pretty apparent. The first one is hang a quilt, so they are heading to lockup. Grass wasn't greener. Scum between my toes and not all that jazz. Super cringe. Involved in sex parties. Not true riches and wealth. Basically money being returned to rightful owners and that becoming obvious and documented and provable, and false fronts. Can't have your cake and eat it too. Again, I got 3 hots and a cot. Fake tears concerning investigation. Playing the victim and trying to flip the story and flip the roles. And their rituals are powerless. They've got no power. They can no longer, take what isn't theirs. They can no longer steal energy. All right. Does plans to rape, torture, kill, or traffic. Those plots and schemes coming out and being made known. I've got a fashion designer involved with all that. Perhaps abuses animals. Investigation of drug trafficking. Ooh. Goes to church as a fake or to cover up their true selves. There's a housekeeper involved. Perhaps a deed or some proof or something in connection with a housekeeper. Cleaning of house, finding of important proof, information, documentation, deeds, documents, wills, and they're under video surveillance. They're prostituting themselves for opportunities. That's how they've actually gotten some opportunities. Stolen money. A secret marriage involved. And a whole lot of drama. Go down to the bottom row and get some on this other energy. A quick thinker. They can't be outsmarted. They cannot be, they're ahead of the game, ahead of all the plots and schemes, and truly experienced. Someone that's a comedian, has wit and a sense of humor. someone that's meant to be an actor or be in the industry, again, regaining their spot and getting opportunities, getting bookings. Someone that's an empath, someone that's empathetic and intuitive, a peacemaker, a diplomat and a mediator, a hard worker, a math pro or possibly good at geometry, quantum physics, things like that, and someone that radiates love, is an ethereal being, meaning highly connected to the spiritual realm and getting much protection in that realm. The descendant of an ascended master and the ancestors working and fighting for the cause of those that are just. A magnetic attraction, somebody that's trustworthy, they have high value, a chosen one, earth conscious, meaning that's part of their goals, desires, etc. Again, intuitive, and stands in their own power, a pioneer in a field, a trendsetter, somebody that comes up with the original ideas first, that being recognized, that being proven, that being seen, an alchemist. So I got secret society, and I feel like there's good and bad there. Possibly those that are upright in these clubs be stepping in and standing up for truth and righteousness, and the clubs being cleansed, standing up and working for the divine and truthful connections. I got Colorado being involved. I know my grandpa worked in Denver and was part of the clubs there. Ooh, player in the reverse. So player changing his ways. Dark ritual in the reverse. Dark rituals being powerless, being blocked, return to sender. Film industry in the reverse. Those that are corrupt in the film industry being exposed. And insurance fraud and scam. The proof coming out on that situation being corrected. It didn't manifest, it didn't work. It is part of what is bringing out the truth and the enlightenment towards a situation. Corrupt insurance agents being found out. And inspirational and ideas, new ideas on how to, eyes being opened. Those that are working the case for the right side, getting inspiration and ideas and finding new clues, and seeing stuff that was hidden, but like that being done in sort of a new and inspirational sort of way. IQ level. Akashic records, they cannot be changed, they cannot be broken into, they cannot be stopped. What is written will manifest, what is written is meant to be. False twin flame being exposed, and the true twin flame being seen and acknowledged. The faking of a pregnancy being exposed. I don't know, DNA test, something in court with basically, who actually is the father of a pregnancy, or maybe it wasn't at all. And there's a doctor behind it, or working with it. Some on both sides, I feel like. There was something that went down on a cruise or a steamboat, or like a gambling sort of a cruise. Whatever happened there, coming to light. Stolen ideas and designs in connection to the cruise or the steamboat, gambling, in connection to that meeting, that coming to light. Somebody's got cancer. I think that they inflicted it on somebody else, and so that is coming out, being returned to sender. Unfortunately, they did it to themselves. and it's a prostitute that did this. Switch these. Undeserving. The one that was innocent and worked against and plotted against and sabotaged. Undeserving of it. The innocence being shown and made known. Enlightenment. Enlightenment of the situation. Truth coming out. Truth surfacing. That there was thwarting. That there was sabotage. And again, intuition was right. It was spot on. Something possibly happened and went down in January. That is being exposed. Something to do with a maternal grandmother. Also protection in the ethereals, ancestor, a grandmother fighting for the just cause of things. A friend involved. Possibly a friend encouraging the situation to be made correct, bringing light to a situation, exposing true motives, being a friend to the one that was tricked and worked against and plotted against, being significant in the truth being made known. Taurus energy involved, possibly the friend is a Taurus or has Taurus in their charts. Rooster. I don't know what that has to do. Possibly a farm. Something that went down on a farm. Also like the crowing of a new day. The announcing of a new era. Of a new situation. Yeah, bringing forth a new day. I like it. And a coworker or a business partner. Possibly there being a switch of that. Possibly one that was a coworker, a partner in something, being removed from that, and a true coworker, a true partner, being the new partner, and you know, again, like bringing in a new dawn, a new era, a new day. I like it. I like it. All right. Let's see. Again, I'm seeing playing the victim, so that becomes obvious. It's seen through. The act of somebody trying to switch the roles, play the victim, switch things on that person. It's come to light. It's made obvious. There's some happenings and some things said that are exposing the one that was playing the victim and creating falsehoods and putting on an act. Empathy or compassion. Compassion for the situation. When the truth comes out, that one that has been worked against, sabotaged, getting compassion from the community. And the pretentiousness of it all being exposed, you know, yeah. Somebody was ignorant and unenlightened. They were tricked. They were tricked to believe that the one that was being pretentious, the one that was pretending, the one that was acting, the one that was trying to do the destiny swap, trying to live out somebody else's role when they were inflicting it and causing it. It's been enlightened to the community. Everyone's seeing things for what they are. Whatever was covered up being exposed. It's again playing the victim. Sulky or seeking sympathy. It's narcissistic behavior. It's being seen for what it is. Something involving Central or South America being key. I have these other colors of cards in here. Ooh, a brother that was not in the upright being seen. Japan. Somebody from Japan or in Japan being exposed. There's Central or South America again. Something coming out. Also Caribbean island. Dishonest happenings. Corrupt happenings, possibly trafficking of things, and the honesty coming out. I was actually sent to a place where I saw him under gunpoint, and the ancestors brought me there. Like I said in some of my other videos, I'm not trying to get involved in any of this drama, but when your ancestors in the spiritual realm brings you to an incident to see it, and I felt it, I felt what was going on, but the truth is being made known about that whole situation and those that were behind it, and forced certain things to go down, forced certain incomes. Body of water, something took place by a body of water, possibly the planning and the scheming of this, people trying to get out of the, out of the grid so that they can plot and scheme and plan illegal things. And also something that's went down at the office, possibly being coordinated at an office concerning it. The mall, maybe somebody that works at the mall, possibly, I don't know, a nail tech or something. Uptown, well, I've got one here, but also, like, I feel like that can relate to people trying to be, like, high society, this and that and whatever. South Africa, Korea in the reverse. I don't know if any of that relates to anything, but an uncle, is there an uncle involved in something? An aunt and an uncle couple? A business owner, the aunt and uncle possibly being involved in the business deal, in the plot, in the scheme, in the plan, in the illegal activity. Housekeeper again, possibly having that documentation or that proof, or uncovering it or finding it. A self-contracted worker being involved. Yeah, you can see how easily sometimes some self-contracted workers, such as those with, say, a lawn company, are able to do a whole lot of nefarious stuff because they're in charge of their business, and they can just pretend like that they're at work while they're actually up to no good. A model. Someone that's a model, significant, good or bad, nefarious or upright, possibly both, possibly a group of them. And a spiritually gifted individual involved, being attacked, bringing the truth to surface, being the one that was worked against and defamed, and being now made innocent, and the truth being set the truth, how am I trying to say that? The truth of what happened to the spiritually gifted individual, the record being made straight. That's what I wanted to say. The record being made straight. And a cousin possibly either being the one that kind of coordinated some sabotage, or even a cousin possibly telling the truth, being the rat. I don't know. Also a brother-in-law, significant. And a sister involved. Gratitude being practiced by those in the upright. Ooh, money being put aside for a business venture or a connection, or to bring about the true situation, what was meant to be, what has been delayed, what has been sabotaged, thwarted, and interfered with. Focusing on physical health, working out, being more active, watching the diet, maybe that. I know personally that's in a place that I'm in and transition I'm making, and, for the collective, I feel like a lot of us are actually like, getting ourselves ready for what's to come by, putting ourselves in the right place health-wise and physical-wise to overcome even more and get ourselves ready to, shine, be displayed, step into our destinies. And divine masculine twin flame, moving on from an unhealthy group, job, or location. It is happening. Researching a topic of interest, or possibly like future business connection, collab, next step, next phase of things as they come together, that being very significant. and you know, creating extremely amazing, good results that actually benefit the future, and that being like a sort of a foundation or a basis for the building of a divine connection. Maybe it starts out that way in the business realm. Maybe that's how the connection starts. Maybe that's the approach, is concerning a topic of interest, a new business idea, a new collab, in connection with nature. So I was thinking of like certain farming things, and you know, I don't know, I thought about like lotus earlier, since that's kind of harder to get, but yeah, a connection with nature, possibly a business that involves farming, herbals, and connects with nature somehow, possibly the divine's connecting in nature and going and being in nature as they form a connection and heal from everything that's went down, heal together in nature. Treat yourself better. And I think that when certain situations are being stepped out of and certain connections are being formed, new connections, that it's going to equal just an underlying energy of treating yourself better and finding somebody that treats you better, and you being able to treat somebody better because you know that there's not dishonesty involved, there's not ulterior agendas being presented. It's honest, it's pure, it is built around good intentions, it's equal give and take. It's, yeah, it is what it is, but it's truthful and is honest. There's not like false motives, there's not like a pretense, there's not like an act, there's not a cover-up. The motives are pure and true. Moving on from the past. Some sort of education being involved. School or college, that's in the wrong deck, the wrong color in the wrong deck. So I don't know if that maybe should have went out earlier concerning these parties that I have up here in this energy. Telling the truth being told, truth being made known. Got one more. Got one more homemade deck. I don't know how I'm going to put all these back together. Oh, she's lost control again. Oh, Joy Division. She's lost control. So yeah, the sabotager and the sabotaging networks, they are no longer in control of things. They are falling apart at the seams. They are unraveling. Their plots and plans are unraveling. And you can see it in their demeanor that they are just unraveling. They can't keep it together anymore. They can't put on the act anymore. They can't put on the false connection anymore. They've lost control. Crashing the artist reception. So I don't know if, you know, there's going to be a meltdown concerning an event that involves art, fashion design, something. Ain't too proud to beg. Maybe some begging that has or will or is going on concerning this intrusion of somebody maybe that wasn't invited to a party, busting in anyways, and just making extreme fools of themselves on the outs because they were put on the outs. They're no longer invited. They're no longer on the guest list. You know, everything's been exposed and the whole community and the whole group knows it. So they're going in begging. Went on vacation and left on probation. So somebody being arrested on a trip, somebody on the run possibly, being intercepted, somebody that's trying to go intercept a situation or get in the way, ending up being arrested and locked up and proven guilty and no longer able to interfere because they're trying to compete where they don't compare. Wasn't their idea. It was a stolen idea. It was stolen work. It was stolen energy. It was attempted switch of a destiny, of a life path. Somebody tried to pretend they were what they weren't and get in the way of what was meant to be a divine connection and will be still anyways. Borderline personality disorder. Somebody with borderline personality disorder that's lost control at an event. They're the student. They ain't the graduate. Somebody pretending to know too much, being a know-it-all. Yeah, it's being obvious that they're actually immature, and you know, their front's being seen for what it is. They're at plan X, Y, and Z, and those are about to fail too, so they're out of options. No scrubs. They can't step to the divine. They can't step to what is meant to be, and I think I'll stop there.